So if I'm gripping to something because I'm afraid of it leaving, then I'm stopping the natural flow of life. And I realized, shoot, what would happen if I just let go of everything and trusted that whatever I needed was flowing to me in every moment. Hi, beautiful beings. I hope you're having an incredible day. My name is Brittany, and welcome to my channel if it's your first time joining me here, and welcome if it's not. It feels so special to have this place, this community that we've all cultivated together to connect in, and I've been feeling so drawn to it lately. I've been feeling drawn to it in general, and my life has been so full. If you've been following me, you may know that I have a nearly 1-year-old child now. Oh my God. And a growing family, a really non-traditional, beautiful family. Have a full life full of movement and play and running my own businesses and just ever-evolving growth as a human. And this is really a part of that, sharing here with you. And it feels so powerful to say that and to be reconnecting more here with you and feeling that through the creation of these videos. And also through my Instagram, which is a place I'm really active if you want to connect with me more regularly. I love Insta Story in particular. So I just recorded a video with Connor for I'm kind of resituating myself. Oh, that's so much better. Just recorded a video with Connor for one of our YouTube channels, and we were gonna record another video together, and then he was just feeling like it was time for him to do something else, and I still felt really inspired by this setup, and I wanted to record a video. So I'm just gonna go on telling you about what's most alive for me right now. And I have a feeling that if you're listening, this is really a message for you, whether that brings up total resonance, some contrast, a combination of both, just an opportunity for you to get more in touch with what is feeling alive for you. So that is really the offering, and it's me feeling inspired to share my experience. And I love that we have all different life experiences. I love that we are a diverse group of beings in this world, and I think it's perfect. So however you feel about what I share is perfect and welcomed, and I love you. I'm going to share about control versus surrender, and maybe this won't surprise you at all, and maybe some of it will feel kind of like radical. And I feel that the more I get in touch with my true self, the more some of my beliefs may feel a bit out there. And they feel really simple and true and beautiful for me. And I feel inspired to share them. And I feel inspired to kind of like not hold back in this way and not share maybe towards more of the mainstream things I would share, but to really open up to this deep unfurling that's coming through me. I used to try to control everything. I just had a schedule for life and all my tasks, and I would plan out my day, and I would try to get everything in and make it so perfect. And there's still parts of me that love the element of structure and get off on organization. You know, probably gather that. And I also have found that life is happening through me and for me. I'm not controlling the elements of life and what is unfolding. And I don't want to, because it's actually far more incredible and magical when I leave that part to the universe. This time in life feels like the best time to be surrendering, and it feels so fitting that my main goal for 2020 was to let go of everything. In doing some really deep inner work and soul growth, I realized the only thing that seems to get in my way is when I hold on to something, and that comes from a place of fear for me. So if I'm gripping to something because I'm afraid of it leaving, then I'm stopping the natural flow of life. And I realized, shoot, what would happen if I just let go of everything and trusted that whatever I needed was flowing to me in every moment. And if you originally started following this channel through minimalism, I imagine that you experienced some of this in your life by letting go of things in your life and real. So if I'm gripping to something because I'm afraid of it leaving, then I'm stopping the natural flow of life. And I realized, shoot, what would happen if I just let go of everything and trusted that whatever I needed was flowing to me in every moment. Realizing that then you have so much more space to enjoy the magic and spontaneity of what happens when we just let go and allow, and how there are the perfect solutions that come into play in every given moment. We don't need to have everything. We don't need to own everything. And also I've found that it's just false in my life, that the truth is actually impermanence, and items in our life can be taken away in an instant, and that we really don't own anything. So I've been surrendering and really like falling backwards into the arms of life and embracing this time and realizing that everything's happening for me and through me, and same for you. And I really trust it, and I trust it so much. And the way I'm practicing that recently, it was so fitting that the book, The Surrender Experiment, came into my experience, and I read that. It's by Michael Singer. It's amazing. And then now I'm reading The Untethered Soul by him, and it's just all resonating so much and putting his words to things I've been feeling. And this feeling is that I can just allow and let go. I don't need to control anything. I can't actually control anything. So in letting go, I'm actually aligning up with the truth that I can't control anything. I surrender to that. I'm just opening up to love. And what that for me is looking like is anytime I feel resistance come up inside of me, and how that usually shows itself is just anything that doesn't feel good. A feeling in my body, an emotion, a thought, anything that doesn't feel good, I'm just letting go of. And recognizing like, that's not true. That doesn't have to be my truth. I get to decide what I'm living from, like what vibe I want to create my life in. I can't control what happens. Perfect. I don't want to. It's going to be way better than I can ever imagine. What I can control is how I feel. So I can just choose to be in a state of appreciation about everything that's going on. And man, I just want to say, like, it's the most epic thing I've ever done. I first started to learn about surrender when I lived in Costa Rica. When I was 18, I went to study abroad in Costa Rica, and I was in the peak, it was my second year of college. I was in the peak of my, like, have to do things this way. Maybe I was 19, I guess. And they aren't like that. The Ticos, the Costa Ricans, are just like, pura vida, like go with the flow, like whatever, tranquilo. When I first got there, I left my backpack at security and I was freaking out. It had all my stuff in it. I was traveling with so much stuff at that point, and I just felt like I needed to have everything to make sure. I need to protect myself. I need to make sure. I need to be in this state of like, it was a state of fear. And in Costa Rica, it stripped me of that. It was like, I had to slow down. I had to be with my fear. I had to realize, like, what is this? This doesn't feel good. My host family was so chillin'. They were just like enjoying life. They were being present for life. And I wanted that. And that's when I first started to learn what it was like to be present with life in this way. And it's been so greatly impactful. And there have been a million experiences that have also led me further down that path. And I feel at this point, it is my main mode. And it's what I'm doing, and it feels so powerful. I want to share it with you in this way, even if the video is kind of all over the place, because the energy of what I'm feeling feels so important to share with the world. And I have a feeling a lot of people are feeling this possibility right now, whether it's presenting itself as fear or surrender, and in the surrender, like bliss and love and openness, and in the fear, like gripping and anxiety and fear of change and not knowing. However it's showing up, we're feeling these possibilities, which are really so linked. And it feels good to voice them and say whatever I just said, and that it's perfect. Wherever you are with it, it's perfect. And there's no place that's stuck. And if there's ever any time where I feel like I'm particularly gripping to something, trying to control it, like kind of still have elements of that old way I learned stuck in there, that sparks an even greater desire to be in the flow of surrendering and allowing what is. And that's what I'm doing. And it's the best thing I've ever done. And I'm actually, like, life's the best it's ever been for me. And it's totally not based on circumstances. It's just, it's all right here. And I really deeply believe that we get to decide how our lives flow, how we feel about everything in our lives. And it doesn't have anything to do with the things. It's all about how we feel about everything. And we can always choose appreciation, and we can always choose love, and we can always open up and surrender and say yes to life. And that's what I'm doing, and it's the best thing I've ever done. So from going from control freak to surrender geek, I didn't know that was gonna rhyme. That feels fun because I am a geek. This is the best thing in the world, and I have no expectation with sharing this video. I just feel really inspired to say that. And this is how it's come out in this 11-minute video. I hope that it feels really valuable for you in any way. I love you very, very deeply.